Boober stank.
Hoober stank.
Yeah, but stank.
The reason. The treason. The reason.
Sucks.
Stank. Hoober.
Hello, skipper. Hello, navigator. Half a minute to go. Okay.
Hey guys, and welcome to Baboon Yodel. Welcome one and all. This is the podcast where we talk about the news and hard-hitting issues, and also your mum. Kidding. Welcome everyone. I am your host, Renee Church, but more importantly, you have another host, and his name's Edamon. Welcome.
Yes, thank you for getting to my name so quickly. I think everybody was on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, I was in charge of the sentence, and I was on the edge of my seat.
How's everyone doing out there?
Wait for them to say something. Cool. Don't really care about your answer. Just wanted to know that you've checked in.
So how's your week?
It's been good. I had a birthday this week.
Oh, happy birthday. What did you do?
Thanks. I went out for lunch. I went to work.
Boring.
I made my own cake.
Boring.
Okay, well, what did you do for your birthday this year, Ed?
Oh,
Mr. Judgy Ed.
I just went out of town and I kicked a homeless person.
Whoa.
And I broke some glasses and I kicked another homeless person. No, I didn't.
That doesn't sound that much more fun than going to a restaurant, to be honest. Like you were saying it in a fun way. That doesn't sound that fun. You just kicked a home. Like, that's 2 minutes out of your day.
No, I didn't kick any homeless person. What did I do during my birthday? I went to Rotorua.
Or the Vegas.
Yeah. Went there and then smelled some sulfur, ate some stuff, enjoyed a zip line.
Yeah, okay.
That was
That's a fun
fun.
Rotorua thing to do.
Yeah, of course, I have fun.
Okay.
That's so bad to do.
Well, that's a fun birthday thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I think your birthday beats my birthday. I didn't leave the city.
But I've had more experience with my birthdays because I've had more.
That doesn't mean anything. I've had some birthdays. You don't even know, Ed.
Yeah, you have like not even 25 birthdays.
I've had 23 birthdays, counting this week.
Oh, did you have the first one as well?
Yes.
Oh, I think actually I've had less birthdays than you because the first birthday that was celebrated of mine was the 24th birthday.
What?
Because before in Pakistan, my family doesn't celebrate
Oh.
birthdays.
So you straight up lied to me and said that you've had more birthdays than me.
Yeah, I'm a lying piece of
Lies.
shit. I'm a
That's
lying piece of shit.
Total lies. I've made more birthdays than you, Ed.
I'm the host of Baboon Yodel. What did you expect? Truth.
Wow. Okay. Well, okay. Interesting. Well, what did you do for your first birthday?
But on the 24th.
On the 24th birthday.
24th birthday, I was in the UK, and I had it with one of my Greek friends, and we started at 7:00 in the evening, and we finished at 7:00 in the morning.
I'm gonna let
We
you know
danced and drank and actually smoked inside the house.
your big fat Greek birthday. I'm gonna let you know starting a birthday at 7 p.m. and going to 7 a.m. is not how birthdays work.
Why?
Because that crosses over to the next day.
Oh yeah,
You've got the whole day to do it.
Doesn't
Fit it all into the day.
there's a time limit. Where's the rule book of
you
birthdays?
made your own rules. That sounds fun.
It was good, and nobody believed me when I told everyone that I haven't had a birthday because we never celebrate. My parents, because of some religious bullshit, it's thought that it's like a Christian thing and you shouldn't be doing it, and it's like a whole bullshit.
So do you get because it's only like a recent thing that you have birthdays, do you get real excited about your birthday now like a kid? You're like, presents, just because you never had it before?
Yeah, I get excited about it, and people give me presents, and I usually tell them that, listen, I don't want a surprise or anything. Just give me a present.
But also surprises are so fun.
Surprises are fun, but then what happens is that if they do a surprise for you, then you are kind of expected to do a surprise for the other people.
Yeah.
And I don't like organizing surprises for other people. It's a lot of work.
Yeah. I love giving people surprises, but I think I'm quite bad at it.
Oh,
I think I love the idea, but I also just run out of steam.
Well, it's quite a big operation to give someone a surprise, and you have to make it so that they shit their pants when everybody
if they
yells
don't
out
shit
surprise.
their pants,
No,
then you haven't surprised them.
You need to have that shitty must in the room.
Yeah. That smells like a birthday to me. It's a birthday smell.
Yeah, birthday smell, vanilla and poop.
What? All right. Okay. Well, it's enough partying for Ed. Enough birthdays for Ed. We have a great episode up for you today.
It's always great.
There's a few good things.
Yeah.
Listen up, guys.
You start.
Okay. Our first story today is, of course, everyone's. I was going to say everyone's dad, but I regret that. Once upon a time, he was our dad. Now we don't want anything to do with him. Bill Cosby, everybody.
Huxtable.
The Hux.
The Hux.
The
Hux muffin.
Yeah, but man, he's not having a good time. It's all come to a crescendo for this guy.
No, he's this dude. Bill Cosby was recently sentenced to some years in prison because of his shenanigans. Now, those shenanigans were really, really bad shenanigans. So at least 60 women have accused Bill Cosby of sexual assault, with one 2004 case, Andrea Constance, leading to Cosby's conviction in April on 3 counts of aggravated indecent assault. I guess how old is he?
Let me have a look. I think he's about 82 or something. Let me have a look.
He's 81.
He's 81?
He's had 81 birthdays. It's not gonna
81 shits.
It's not going to be a nice birthday this time.
Something tells me the prison smells a lot like birthdays.
Yeah.
Shit.
I've heard that, you've seen a lot of American movies. And in most American movies, they show that if you go to prison, you get sexed.
You get sexed. Yeah. I think you become someone's
sex bitch.
Sex bitch, yeah, pretty quickly.
Is that true? I don't know. American listeners, please let us know.
Because if you're in prison and Cliff Huxtable walks in, you're like, you are my bitch. Like
81-year-old bitch.
Cliff Huxtable walks in, it's happening. So he's in prison for 3 to 10 years. Is that? It's the estimate.
It's 3 to 10 years.
3 years,
and he's also declared a sexually violent predator.
Yeah. That makes sense. If 60 women are coming forward, I don't think you're the best 60.
And then he got convicted out of the one. And then I'm not sure what happened with the other ones, but I guess it's the statute of limitations and all that other stuff that comes in the American law. But he's in jail, and I think this will take him to the end of his life. What do you think?
I have talked to people about this, is that he's probably just going to die in prison.
Do you think they will send him to prison? Will they say that, he's so old, he's not going to go?
Well, I think it's what people want. And I think with 60 women accusing him, it'd be the least you can do is to punish him. But he will die, whatever kind of punishment he's going to get. He's going to die doing
in
that.
Prison.
He's old, man.
Yeah, that's not a good end to a very illustrious career.
Well, he did it to himself.
He did it to himself. Initially, I was like, okay, because I listened to his comedy since I was growing up, and okay, he's a shit guy, but the jokes are jokes, and but when I listen to the now I can't laugh on the jokes because I say rapist.
Exactly. And it's hard when these beloved figures get Me Too'd and get this kind of thing happen or that stuff comes out about them, because you have to really let them go as like a figure in your mind. You have to kind of discard them, which is hard. You kind of have to mourn that, because he was such a good, fun figure in our lives, but you can't.
Yeah, I don't know
no
why.
one wants anything to do with him anymore. You don't want to, because you hear all that stuff,
No, it's so shit.
But did you see the thing I was reading about the article was that he got a stale hot dog bun thrown at him in prison?
Oh, it's like it's the American way of showing disgust. It's like the shoe in Iraq.
Yes. And the dildo for Stephen Joyce.
It's dildo for Stephen Joyce. So.
Stale hot dog bun for Bill Cosby.
Yeah, that's what happens in America, I guess. People send stale hot dog buns.
Yeah, it's got to be stale though.
It's got to be stale. So it will hit you, and then because he's 82 years old, 83 years old, 81 years old, so that will crack his skin.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is a fresh hot dog bun's going to be quite nice to hit on you. It'll feel like a sponge or something, but a stale one's got a bit of weight to it. A bit of weight to it,
and there was no hot dog in it, so
it's a shame. Couldn't have a snack afterwards. But I was reading that article and about him getting into jail, and his publicist said that him going to jail is the most racist and sexist thing to ever happen to America, like the most racist and sexist trial.
So that's the most racist and sexist trial ever to happen in America. All right, I didn't think he was born in the 40s and the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s.
Well, this publicist said that they prosecuted Jesus, and look what happened. Are you comparing Bill Cosby to Jesus? Like, he was a comedian and had a sitcom. Like,
Yeah, he was. I mean, you have no idea. Maybe Jesus had a sitcom.
Maybe
with the 12. What were they? Disciples.
Yeah, Jesus Huxtable.
Jesus Huxtable.
Yeah.
Jesus H. Christ. Jesus Huxtable.
Oh my God! I'm shook, fam. That's real. That's what the H stands for.
Yeah, I guess
Huxtable.
so. Well, according to him, we're not saying that. According to this dude,
Huckster Bill Cosby. Is that anything?
Huxtable.
No, that wasn't as good as your one. Your one was good.
Well, and I guess that's what he thinks, and he said that this is, he said that these men are a victim of the sex war. I don't know what is a sex war.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you know who else are victims? The 60 woman.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, they are the victim of the sex war.
Yeah. You can't be the victim of the sex war if you made the sex war. If you're the reason the sex war's happening, you can't be the victim of the sex war. And that's the thing. It's like he drugged a woman. Like, I don't think you have much like a leg to stand on if you drugged them. Like, you know what?
You drugged them, and then he has previously accepted and talked about it on different platforms that he used to do that.
Yeah.
And so it's just weird. And the dude, the publicist, Andrew Wyatt, I think his name.
Yes,
was.
yeah.
And then he said that this was not pointed out to the jury. This has been the most racist and the sexist trial in the history of the United States. Dr. Cosby has been one of the greatest civil rights leaders.
It has nothing to do with it. Like,
in the United States. You can be a leader or do whatever, but you can... I mean, he was still raping. So
if you've done it, if you've done the bad thing,
it doesn't matter. It's like if, for instance, I don't know, if Mother Teresa.
I was going to say Theresa May.
Not Teresa. Mother Teresa. Or Boris Johnson or whoever. You know, they were doing all these saving orphans and donating to charity and all that.
Saving puppies from burning buildings.
And in the end, if they are raping puppies, then they are...
That's not good. I don't sign off on that person. It's
like that good deed doesn't cancel off the rape.
No, exactly.
All right.
Exactly. Well, good luck to you in jail.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Cosby kids will come visit you.
Oh, he's also been one of the greatest educators of men and boys over the last 50 years.
Have you read any of his books?
No, I've just
read Time Flies.
How's it?
Rough. It's just weird.
Is it not funny?
I read it like 3 years ago when the stuff was coming out, and
so you knew about
it was the book is just all about. There's some really grisly parts in it. He talks some like kind of intimate things. I'm like, nah, I don't
really?
Maybe I'm not
talk about masturbation and
about like just like growing up in adolescence and stuff. I know I'm not the demographic for this book because I think this book's for like 50-year-old men. To like come to terms with turning 50. I don't know. I'm not a 50-year-old man. But it was his...
Renee is not a 50-year-old man.
Put it on the record, you guys.
Yes.
I'm sorry for all you guys who thought I was a 50-year-old man. Because I know I sound like one.
But she is kind of white. Are you kind of white?
I'm very white.
Oh, yeah, you are white.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know.
Oh, you don't see colour?
No, I see colour, but it's more of a pale...
Yeah. It's just a haze. It's like translucent.
It's more of a translucence. I don't know. White's like the whiteboard. Nobody colored like the
breaking
whiteboard.
The fourth wall. We have a whiteboard in this room.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
And what else happened? So Wyatt also went on to claim that 3 of the psychologists who testified against Cosby during his trial, including Kristen Dudley, were white women who make money off accusing black men of being sexual predators.
Does he have like a proven track of them doing that?
No, he just said it because it just popped in his head.
Okay. Hey, see that chick? She makes money off accusing black men of sexual assault. That's her job. She gets money from that. Yeah, okay.
Far right, far left, middle left, far white.
Far white. Far out, more like, am I right?
I don't know I don't know if he's blaming it on sexism. It's like that thing that happened with Kevin Spacey. When he got accused, all of a sudden he put out a statement saying that, oh, actually I'm gay. Doesn't matter.
No.
You're gay or not. You did assault a kid. Doesn't matter you were gay.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Yeah, but when this stuff happens to men or anyone who's been accused of sexual assault, they're just grabbing for anything that might get them out of it.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't think that's kind of what you do when you're accused of something.
Yeah.
These people need to be like fronting up, but when you're being accused of something that you didn't know was wrong.
And actually, the Cosby thing started before the Me Too movement started.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The Me Too movement started with Harvey Weinstein.
The Me Too movement's only a year old. It feels a lot older than that. I think we've been going after sexual predators for longer than that. But
Yeah, it has been happening before.
Yeah.
But as a movement with people coming
with a name
on the street, and it has a hashtag and it has a name and it can be referred to as a word, and then you know what's the meaning behind it rather than explaining the whole thing.
Yeah.
It started in the last 1 year, but these are the pinnacle of these. Like for instance, the big wigs, you can say, of the Me Too movement who were accused were Bill Cosby. I guess he came into it, and then Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Kurt. No, there's nobody named Kurt.
What, Cobain?
no, he's dead.
Me Too from the grave.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah. There's been so many. Who else? I feel like there's other people.
Even Morgan Freeman was accused, but then it dropped off because it was not a big deal. Something happened and it just quietened down.
But then you get those cases like the Woody Allen cases that have been burning for years and years, but now they're sort of being brought up again under the Me Too sort of.
Yeah, the thing is that they've been brought up again. However, it hasn't come up on some if his actual wife comes out and says that he
coming
did it
soon to TVNZ. Daughter wife.
If his wife comes and says that I was forced by him to do it. Then it would be a whole problem thing, because right now she's married to him. Yeah,
she's been married for like 20 years or something.
Willingly, they are together.
Happy together.
That's why there's no angle to get to.
And then you get people projecting on to it because.
But he was accused right in the 80s. I think it was 80s or the 70s. No, it was 80s. Mia Farrow accused him of being a molester, but it didn't work out, didn't got proved or anything. Yeah. So it might come out later again. So it's a Woody Allen thing is a bit of more of a creep thing unless something comes out.
Exactly. And there's been like murmurs of it, but nothing. Just weird stuff like marrying your daughter wife, like that's just weird stuff. That's just opens up discussion immediately. His
stepdaughter. Maybe he saw his stepdaughter porn and then said, "Oh, it's all allowed.
Let's just do it. It's all good. We'll do it." Oh God.
There's a lot of stepdaughter porn.
There's a lot to unpack on that, and I feel like we'll never know the true story. That's just a family thing they've got to sort out.
Yeah, they got to sort it out. But he's still making movies. He's so old.
Hell yeah. Such old guys, eh? Yeah. Old men.
And then there was the Australian dude in the UK. I don't even remember his name.
Everyone's getting Me Too'd. Left, right, and centre.
Yeah.
On the left and on the right.
Oh, on the left and on the right. Like Charlie Rose.
Yeah.
Charlie Rose.
Man.
Big dude, interviewer guy, and then one day he's there and the other day he's gone ski. Les Moonves,
he did, yes, he did. And his wife left the talk show she does on CBS.
Yeah.
She left in support of him.
Yeah, and then he was accused, and then but they did it very quietly and everything was done, and he's just removed. He's not a CEO anymore. But obviously he must have got a good deal, and he must have a lot of money.
Yeah, CBS, dude.
Well, he had a lot of money anyway.
Yeah.
So. Well,
goodbye to men. Men are cancelled, apparently.
No, some of them are still there.
Which ones?
But I always think...
Not Tom Hanks.
No, Tom Hanks is involved in other conspiracies. Tom Hanks is... It's the 13th episode and we have referred to Tom Hanks again.
Well, it's not going to be a Baboon Yodel episode
without Tom Hanks mentioned.
Yeah.
But, we love Tom Hanks, and I would be so destroyed if something like that happens.
Me too. Hashtag. Yeah, I often think about that. I think about musicians or actors or something that I like, and I'm thinking, if they got Me Too'd, it would destroy me. What would you do?
Exactly. My favorite people like Larry David, Jerry Seinfeld, and Tom Hanks, and Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino. If something like that comes in, I was like, oh, God damn it.
have to rethink your whole entire
Bastard.
life.
Yes.
Man, troubling times.
Okay.
Times they are a-changing. Bob Dylan said that. Oh, what if it happened to Bob Dylan?
Oh,
I would be sad.
that would be a sad time.
Yeah.
And he is. He was here.
I went to it. I had a horrific flu, but he was good.
Does he still sound like?
I think he ever sounded like that. Have you listened to a Bob Dylan song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I do us.
It's not a song.
What's
It
the
sounded
song?
like, man, I feel like a woman.
What's the song?
Times are changing.
Times are a changing.
Yeah.
It's bad grammar, actually.
Well, he's I don't know. We can forgive him. He's an artist.
Artist.
Yeah. From one thing to another thing. That's all I've got for that one. Our fear.
That's a good segue from one thing to another.
From one bucket to the next. Our Prime Minister.
Oh.
Jacinda Ardern.
New Zealand Prime Minister.
Or Jacinda Ardern. All of the New York and the American people pronounced her name. She was in New York. She was in America.
Yeah.
Last week. Or this week. No, this week just been.
I think
last
it's last week, and I think she's still around, I guess. Maybe
I
is she
think
back?
she's come home because I saw
right.
Clark Gayford do an Instagram post about leaving.
All
and being sentimental
right.
about it. But she's been carving up the D floor in New York on the UN
Oh, yeah.
Getting in
What's
there.
a D floor?
dance floor. It's
Oh,
short
okay.
for dance floor.
Okay. For our listeners who use complete words.
Okay, well, there's a lot of listeners who probably don't use complete words, and they love it when I open my mouth.
D floor.
On the D floor. Carving up on the D floor.
What did? So she was dancing on the D floor
No. She was at the UN.
at the UN.
That's what she was. She was just at the UN.
Okay.
That's why I have to explain everything to you, Ed. God.
So
Some of us aren't nerds like Ed.
what happened at the UN then?
She was just at the UN.
Oh, so all you know that she was at the UN.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what happened.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
So she was at the UN. She was involved in many things over
Mm-hmm.
there. She did a good speech at the General Assembly.
She did. I saw that.
And she did a Nelson Mandela thing as well in the General Assembly. She gave tribute and all that, etc., etc. Everybody loved it. She was kind of like the sunshine moment of the whole
She was.
experience over there, because usually these events happen. Usually these General Assemblies, what happens in there is that there's the American speech, and then some nutty dictator, 2 or 3 of them, they have their speech,
Yeah.
and they become famous, and their memes just travel the world. That's usually what happens every year.
Yeah.
But this time, it was all about Jacinda Ardern and the baby.
And her baby Neve.
Baby Neve.
Te Aroha
What's her name?
Ardern Gayford.
Neve Te Aroha
Ardern Gayford.
Gayford.
Yeah.
It's like a tongue twister. It's like before going on stage, you go, Neve Te Aroha Clark Gayford Ardern.
What, his whole name's in there? Neve Te Aroha Clark Gayford Winston Peters Ardern.
Ardern, New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand. Land of the long white cloud. Aotearoa Gayford Ardern. And then just Neve again at the end.
Just Neve again. Neve is a nice name.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Such a nice name.
Yeah. But she's actively breastfeeding right now. She's in the window of
Who is she breastfeeding to?
Neve.
Oh, okay. As Jacinda Ardern is breastfeeding.
Oh my god.
I thought Neve was breastfeeding.
Who? I don't know. Neve Te Aroha Aotearoa Clark Gayford. She's breastfeeding Clark Gayford. No, that was the whole story. She had Neve very close to her all the time at the UN.
Yeah.
And people were like, wow, she's a woman with a baby and she's brought it to the UN.
We haven't seen a baby with the woman and a woman with the baby. We haven't seen it.
Amazing. And they're like, wow, Clark Gayford's holding his own baby. That's crazy. A dad's there. Wow. Anyway, that whole thing. But she had to have Neve close to her because she's breastfeeding. So she needed to, it was,
Yeah, so for our listeners who are, like for our 13 Chilean listeners and a few American listeners that they have. So Jacinda Ardern is our prime minister.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like your president, but it's prime minister as a parliamentary democracy. And she, while in office, she had a baby. So she had a baby and she took 6 weeks off as a maternal leave. And during that time, Vincent Peters was Deputy Prime Minister, who became Prime Minister for that 6 weeks. And then during that time, the whole country went into two parts. A lot of them were like, yay! And the other ones were like, how can she have a baby?
Yeah, that's exactly how they were.
They all came out of the holes and, baby. So...
It's what the baby was like when it came out of it. Oh, wait.
But what has changed with Jacinda Ardern is that she's come back with full force and coming back into work completely professionally, doing everything, and there's nothing has been obstructing her work. I mean, the baby hasn't obstructed her work at all.
No.
I mean, there was some obscure people talking about transferring the baby or traveling with the baby will cost that much money, but I think New Zealand people said, so what, it's fine. It's a baby, you gotta take the baby. What are you gonna do if you're in a family and you have to travel? You won't say that it's gonna cost that much more money to take the baby. Let's leave the baby behind.
Exactly. If she already had a 5-year-old or something, it would be fine.
People always say that she's working for us. If we are good employers, we should give her opportunities to take paid maternity leave and go travel with the child and have a carer with her as well, which is Clark Jermaine Gayford.
Is that a member of the Jackson 5? Clark, Tito, Jermaine Gayford.
So they are there, but there was some
Neve Latoya instead of two other ones. Sorry. Continue.
So Jackson 5 names for Neve.
Yeah.
It's a good meme.
It's a good Neve meme.
Neve meme.
No, but she's talking about. Do you see her speech? She talked about how it shouldn't be me too, it should be we too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, why? What does that mean?
I think she just wants people to work together more, or for us to work together instead of being so divided. In gender, maybe. Rather
than so individualized in this. Having it like a combined movement, I guess.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea at all. She went to a couple of shows, the Today Show on TV,
did.
and she did the
Stephen Colbert.
Yeah, Late Show with Stephen Colbert. That was good.
Yeah, because she was on the same week as Flight of the Conchords were on, the Late Show. So that was quite cool.
Exactly, 2 New Zealand people on that show. And she had a very good interview. She was really good. I saw the whole interview. Did you see it?
Yeah, I watched it, yeah.
And he asked some difficult questions, and she was really good at answering all of these questions. Because he made fun of Trump, and she answered good questions.
It's just America's like, no, president sucks. What are you doing for New Zealand? And she's like, calm down.
Calm down, relax.
Just be quiet.
Did you see that? Did you see Trump's speech at the General Assembly?
And people laughed at him?
Yeah, he said that, America has done, under me, America has done, or my administration has done very well in so much work.
Yeah.
And everybody just cracked up. It was like,
yeah. And then because Stephen Colbert asked Jacinda, he's like, were you the one laughing? And she's like, diplomatically was like, no, I was there observing.
Observer. Yeah. So,
which is very smart of her to say that. Because if I was on the Late Show and I was swept up in a New York life and he would be like, hey, did you laugh at Donald Trump? I'd be like, yeah. But it was good that she didn't admit that or say that.
There are some people who are getting jealous of the whole situation. Like, for instance, there's a whole scandal just recently brewing about her using a company to photograph her. Did you read about that?
I saw this, yeah.
That's crazy because it's like they usually have a photographer which goes with them and takes photographs. Jacinda or the Labour Party or the government replied that, listen, this is a company, it's a New Zealand company, it's a new company working over there. They were already there. It would be cheaper to use them rather than taking a person here.
Yeah.
And but the whole National Party is just...
Yeah, it's such a silly thing to pull up on because I feel like the National Party would do the exact same thing when they're overseas. Document and photograph your trip. Yeah. Because you're the Prime Minister. You need to show off what's happening to New Zealand.
Exactly. Instead, they just copy Eminem songs.
Exactly. Did you see National Party were going to do a carpool karaoke and then pulled it because of copyright.
Yeah, because they were using a lot of songs.
And so dumb.
I don't know. I think they're going through the same thing that the Labour Party was going a couple of years back. Like, it's like budding, and then they'll have one shining star come in later.
Not really knowing what to do when they're out of power.
Yeah, exactly. They're just picking up on small things.
Just doing carpool karaoke and not knowing what to do.
Like, he's going on playing drums on TV, and that's fine. You can do that, have fun. But it seems like the opposition has nothing to do because they kept...
Yeah.
And they keep pulling small things. I mean, there are a few big things that are happening as well. But they keep talking about semantics around, is Labour Party having a good coalition government with the Winston Peter? I don't know. Our international listeners will not be understanding this. But keep going with us. It's okay.
They were just sitting around with like tea and biscuits and being like... What are they doing? Why are they doing this? They're just sitting around.
Yeah.
But what do you do when you're the opposition? I don't know. Just talk about people.
The main purpose of the opposition is that I'm gonna go nerdy on this.
Make sure you don't use any abbreviations, otherwise we won't be able to understand.
So the opposition is exactly the same. They oppose, but they keep the government in check. So the government doesn't go around doing anything they want. So they are the opposing view, the opposing point of view. In any legislation that comes out, they say, okay, if you're thinking that way, then you haven't thought of it this way.
Keeping them accountable.
Yeah, exactly. But at the moment, it mostly seems like, I mean, the Labour government was the same when but National was in power. Opposition works as that you have to disagree with everything and point out everything to be shit.
It's so weird.
That's weird. Everything that Labour does, National points out that this is shit. So,
yeah.
Unless it's a social thing that might come out later, like in Labour time in National time when legalizing same-sex marriage bill came out, everybody was on board. You know, some people weren't. Bill English weren't, I think.
No, he's very Christian, man.
He's abstained.
Yeah.
He stained his pants.
Abstained.
He abstained his pants.
Wow. What's Bill English doing now?
I don't know. He's chilling out. He's just hanging out with his family.
Billy's chilling.
Billy is enjoying his... he's a sir now, isn't he?
Huckster Bill.
Sir William.
Yeah.
He looks like Bill. It doesn't sound to me a William.
No, he's not a William, isn't he?
Not a William. Bill Clinton you can say William.
Yeah. But, William Clinton.
William Jefferson Clinton.
Whoa.
That was his full name.
Oh my God.
It's not a Jermaine type name.
No. Well, it's crazy that like Hillary, it's like Hill and Bill.
Yeah, Hill and Bill.
Hilliard.
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
Yeah. Well, we've done all of that.
Yeah, we went through that, Hillary, and middle names.
But she's Jacinda and Clark are back, and Neve is back. I don't think they left her on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a lot of good news, and it was good. What do you say? What is that? Publicity.
Yes. Yeah.
For New Zealand, she offered like Hobbiton citizenship to Stephen Colbert. That was good.
It's adorable. Stephen Colbert loves it.
All right. Okay, I think we're done.
All right.
I think we've talked only 2 topics this time around, but they were in-depth topics.
We filled everyone in on all the things.
With the cum.
Well, okay.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, if you disregard that last comment, but if you would like to follow us on social media and like to keep listening to us talk, we would love to have your ears.
Yeah.
So go look us up on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Baboon Yodel.
Yeah.
It's pretty simple. Just
Very
type
easy
in
to
those
find.
2 words. And we're on Stitcher and SoundCloud and podcast apps and
go to baboonyodel.com and you'll find us. And also, like all our different pages, email to us if you want us to do something and you are an email fan. Let us know if you want us to talk about something, and if you don't like anything, and if you like something, say something to us.
Just tweet at us, live tweet the episode, and we'll get back at you.
We'll get back at it. We'll do shout outs.
Yeah. Give us, if you want a shout out, get at us on @Baboon Yodel on Twitter.
Yeah.
And we'll shout you out.
Yeah.
But give us a reason that we should shout you out, you know.
Yeah, let us know if you are like a child molester or something so that we don't give you a shout out. Because we don't shout out child molesters.
We don't do that.
Don't do that.
I know the media have been saying that. We do, but we don't.
No,
do that.
the media hasn't been doing that.
It's fine. But thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks to Chile for
tuning in.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, it's done.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye
Bye.
to you.